Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly episode, and as usual I've got some stuff, to show you. So, what shall we start with? It was a pretty decent week. I had posted this to my Instagram. This was an eBay purchase, Motorworld. It's a Motorworld Lamborghini, Greenlight Lamborghini. This is a really nice casting actually. I think it originally came out as a Malibu International Diecast LTD or whatever it is. Casting. I've got a few different versions of this, but we'll open up this one in the next segment. I've also got some Johnny Lightning. This I actually found in the store, thanks to my buddy John Carone. So we got a Firebird. We got that, what is that thing? That weird Dodge Aspen, and then another Firebird. So that's pretty awesome. We'll open up these three in the next segment. This is a really good series of classic gold. I still would like to find... is there any of the other ones I need? Maybe not. Maybe the Studebaker? I don't know. I'm looking at the back here. Anyway, really cool to find these three. I believe this is an Auto World casting up here up top. So that's interesting. It's from the Deluxe line. We'll have to take a look at that closer. I did also find Greenlight Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Pretty awesome wagon. So we'll go ahead and open that up. I got these two, I think at a grocery store. I didn't have them. I think it was the only two I needed. Yeah, I really wanted, I should say. The Porsche 911, yeah, and the Torino Talladega. The only two I really wanted, so grab those. This I've had for a little bit. My buddy Diecast picked me up this Ferrari and just hooked me up with it. This is the blue 365 GTB4. Pretty awesome. So we'll check out this as well. Always fun to add a Tomica Limited Vintage to the collection, and especially a Tomica Limited Vintage Ferrari. So that's pretty awesome. We got enough to look at right there, but I also got this guy, Salao Diecast. This thing's pretty sweet. My buddy Todd, it was in some Facebook group, and the guy had just a few of these for sale, and Todd scooped up one for me. And yeah, awesome. So this is really, really cool. One at $24.96, so there's a few of them out there, but they're really hard to come by. This was kind of pricey, so... But I have it. It's checked off the collection. There is an ultra red version of this, as well as like a sort of a white lightning version of it, which is interesting. And then I also found most of the new Fast and the Furious set. What is this? Fast Superstars. Of course, missing the Skyline, but we did get the new Supra, so that's pretty cool. So that's neat. Got that. Don't know if I'm going to just wait on these. Maybe I'll wait to get the Skyline and do a video on just the set. I don't know. We'll see how things go in the second half here. I also got some mainline cars. These are, I think, all from like P-Case. I got an Audi Avant RS2, Mclaren F1, and the Honda Prelude. Some pretty nice cars there. Ford Ranger Raptor. Ford SVT Lightning in red. Porsche 993 GT2 and an 89 Mazda Savannah. Pretty awesome. And lastly, we got a Toyota Celica, a Bel Air, and an Acura NSX. I think these are all P-Case. At least that's where I got them out of. So picked up a few P-Case cars. I think I picked these up actually a couple weeks ago, but whatever. We're showing them now. I'll open up some of those in the next half. Probably save the Fast and the Furious. Maybe do a separate video on that once I find the Skyline. We'll see. Let's just see how it goes. All right, let's go ahead and flip the camera around and take a look at some of this stuff up close. Stay tuned. All right, so let's start with this guy right here, this Salao Diecast Brazil 2021 exclusive, one of $24.96. Pretty sick looking truck right there. Really, really cool. Take a look at that. Pretty awesome. MG Minis involved. Really, really cool. So, This one's going to be a tough one to get for anybody right now, because I think most of these were sold in Brazil at this convention. We'll see if they pop up or not, you know, in the future. I'd be in the market maybe for getting one more of them, just to have one carded, because of course we are opening this one up to take a peek at it. Pull that card out, and then let's take a look at the truck itself and give her a zoom here. Look at that. Super cool. So it's weathered, it's worn, it's a little rusty. It's got, looks like some repainted or replaced panels on the front. Both sides. And SD02 on the plate. Man, this is a really cool version of this truck. Goodyear tires. It's got the rims on it that I like. I like these rims with the lowered stance. I think it looks pretty awesome. And yeah, definitely digging this one. So if you're on the lookout for this and you find them available, let me know. There's a few people I got to let know. And like I said, I might be in the market for picking up one more of these. But yeah, that's a beautiful exclusive truck. That's very, very cool. So definitely digging that guy. Really, really neat. All right, so next, what should we do? Let me stick with round 2 for a little bit here, and we'll do some Johnny Lightning. We'll do some investigation, actually, into this guy. I want to see, I think this is this, I don't know. See if we can figure it out. Is this the Auto World casting, or is this the, I think it is the Auto World casting. It says new casting on here. I'm almost positive it is, because I know Johnny Lightning does this Gen Firebird as well, right? But I think theirs looks way different. This has got to be, you know, I'm so silly. Hang on one second here, guys. This might help us out a little bit, huh? Yeah, so this is the Auto World Deluxe casting. And yeah, I'm almost positive now. Just looking at this, yes, it definitely is the Auto World Deluxe casting converted over to a Johnny Lightning. They've been doing that with some of these Deluxe castings. Kind of cool, because I don't think they're going to get re-released in Auto World. So I think it's neat that these Deluxe castings, and what I mean by Deluxe, there was a Deluxe series of Auto World that had plastic bases and these plastic tires or wheels. And they had 3 releases, 3 Deluxe releases, and a couple of hobby exclusives. Display case exclusive that was in the Deluxe line. Anyway, these castings aren't really being used for Auto World anymore, so it's kind of cool that they're still living on as Johnny Lightnings, and then they get retooled with a metal base. So this has a metal base now, and of course it's fitted with Johnny Lightning style wheels. And pretty awesome. So it's got rubber tires. No opening features on this. The top is plastic, just like on this one. And I think that's pretty cool. I'm glad that these castings are living on, and they do look pretty sweet in the Johnny Lightning lineup. So that's pretty awesome. So now I got to try to get every single one of these when they put them out. Oh man. Do you do that as an Auto World completionist? It looks like you got a new hood. But I think they might have used that hood actually in one of the releases of this. I don't know. They probably did. Maybe not. Maybe they did. I'm not sure. I'm not going to get up to go check. But yeah, pretty awesome. They're doing like the El Camino. There's a few others that they're doing. And they'll probably end up doing pretty much all of them, I bet. All right, so sticking with Johnny Lightning for a little bit. Actually, let's stick with Firebirds as well. This one right here, this is a pretty cool casting. I like this casting. I like that it's coming back out. I collect it. It's an Autumn Maple Fire Mist, one of 7,418 pieces, 1984 Pontiac Firebird, Trans Am. It's kind of an interesting color. I like it with the blacked out rims. Super cool. Yeah, I like this casting quite a bit. Pretty cool. Opening hood. well detailed, ablaze. That's a sweet bird. I don't know what the other color is. I think it's like silver or something, because the version A. Of course, I haven't seen that in stores. I'll have to pick it up if I see it. And then this thing, the Dodge Aspen RT. This is a sweet casting. I've got a version of this, an older version of this casting, pre-round 2 era. Deep Sherwood Sunfire is the color. 6218 is what it's limited to. And these were found at Target. So very cool that Target is now carrying Johnny Lightning cars. Because I don't really have a hobby dealer that's local to me that gets these very often. Every once in a while, SC Diecast will get them. So I don't know, but they're kind of, they don't order a ton of Johnny Lightning because they go through, I think, Mio for it. Not directly from round 2, from what I understand. I think that's how they get them. Anyway, this is a cool casting. Glad to have this version of it in my collection. Johnny Lightning's just been putting out a lot of fire lately. They really have. They've been putting out some super cool things. And, yeah, really cool. All right. Should we go Tomica Limited Vintage? We're going to go supercar here for a minute, or whatever, exotic car. Whatever you want to call it, whatever this is. There you go. The classic Ferrari Tomica packaging. What's the alternate color to this that came out? There was another one. Well, originally this casting, I think, came out in 2 variations. A convertible one, and like a hard top version, or whatever, in red. And then this one in blue, and I think the other one might be black. I'm not sure. Anyway, comes with a mirror and a license plate, which I definitely will not be affixing to the vehicle. I do not want to mess around with that. We're just going to leave her as is. Set it down there. Beautiful casting. A really nice Ferrari. Not the most exciting Ferrari as far as I'm concerned. In the looks department, it's not as cool as some others, but it is a pretty neat car, and nice to add another Ferrari to the collection. I'm a little bit behind on some Ferraris. I'm missing some of them from TLV, but the ones I'm missing are not like the super desirable ones, at least not in my opinion. These things are just so darn expensive. So I'm missing the alternate color to this, and I don't remember what it is. And it's probably the convertible version is the other color. It might be white. I don't know. Should make a list because, eventually I'm probably going to have to get all of them. So there are a couple of missing. I'm going to have to make a list of what I'm missing so I can maybe start tracking them down. It's just hard to foot the bill for some of these because they're just so dang expensive. It's a nice casting, though. Of course, it's Tomica Limited Vintage. It's the premium quality die cast. It's just premium stuff. Very, very cool. These are just really expensive. So it's up to you to decide whether or not if they're worth it for you. This in this color, I passed on it, to be honest. But, I did want it. I just, I had to pass on it. You got to make, budget decisions when you're die-cast collecting. Otherwise, you're going to end up like in credit card debt or something crazy and whatever. So you really got to, I hold to a strict budget, believe it or not, from what you see on this channel. Really strict budget. So anyway, here you go. Very, very cool. I'm lucky to have some friends, though. I do some stuff for Diecast, and as a gift, he gave this to me. So I'm lucky to acquire cars in that way as well. This one I picked up at Walmart. Greenlight, Hollywood. Series 32. Snagged her up at Walmart. Found it swinging on the pegs and decided to go for it. We're going to go ahead and open it up. I did a case unboxing of this series on the channel. If you go to the Greenlight playlist, you can see that. And in that unboxing, I mentioned that this one I was definitely going to pick up for myself. And lo and behold, I have. Here it is. And since I've seen quite a few of these in the store, and I tell you what, I've been looking closely at the tires on all of them. This is honestly the best one I could find. And what I'm saying is how centered properly the white line is on the tires. So we got a pretty decent one here. Looks like we got 3/4 are decent. This one's a bit off. This one's a bit off too. But this front one is way off. I mean, there were some that had it like on the tread and part. Like, it was just, it's a mess. And it's, you know, this car's a dirty version car. You know, it's got this dust and dirt and stuff all over it. It's got some weathering, rust and stuff like that. It looks really cool. So imperfections otherwise would be okay, but having that not centered is just, it's goofy looking. It's going to look goofy in pictures. So I don't know what to do. Maybe flip the wheels around to non-white wall, which I could definitely do if I wanted to. Take some pictures of it or something like that, and then just flip them back to just say, you know, it's legitimately what it is. I didn't do any wheel swapping or anything. Anyway, really cool release from Greenlight, aside from, you know, the obvious there. All right, this is a Lamborghini Guardo Motor World Series 3, maybe? Yeah, Series 3. So it's some cool cars. So these castings were borrowed, basically, from what I understand, and I don't get it really, but Malibu International Limited, I think is what it is. And I've got a few versions of the Malibu International one. It is the identical casting, and then I've got a few versions of the Greenlight one. I don't know which ones I'm missing because there's no good database for Greenlight, so I really have no idea. I will have to maybe someday hunt that down, because again, I would like to get every version that's out of this from Greenlight and from the Malibu. So any color I find it in, I will pick it up. And I think this is, I want to say this is the 4th color that I have between Greenlight and that Malibu International brand. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I say the Malibu International brand or whatever, if you just look that up on eBay, you'll find it. Malibu International Limited 1/64 scale, I think you'll find it. And so the castings are hit or miss. There's some really, really cool ones, and there's some kind of lame ones. Not all of them have rubber tires. Not all of them have inserted details for headlights and taillights and stuff like that. Some of them do, some of them don't. Some of them are graphic on. Some of them are just like really not that detailed, and some of them are very detailed. So I'm not trying to get every single tooling of that line because there's some bad ones. But I do look at them closely, and if there's any cool one that I see that I don't already have, I do snag it up. It's one of the things I search for on eBay. This thing is pretty sick. So this casting is really nice. It's got an inserted detail for the headlight detail and for the taillights. This does have a plastic base, but rubber tires. And it's just a sick-looking little Lambo. I like it quite a bit. And like I said, this casting is just really, really nice. And I think it's really close, actually, to 1/64 scale. This is a smaller Lamborghini, and I'm pretty sure it is fairly close. Because I think I have a Kyosho Gallardo, and I think they're like bang on the same. So, all right, so that's that. And what else do we have to look at? We pretty much got just kind of some mainline Hot Wheels we'll casually kind of burn through. Mainline-ish. This is that weird annual special series. I don't know what they call this, the bronze and blue. I don't know, but you got a 71 Porsche 911 here. And pretty cool looking with this like icy blue chrome base. I picked it up, you know why, because it's a Porsche. And then this casting, I also sort of collect this Torino Talladega. So I had to grab this one too. The other castings in the lineup, that Hemi Challenger is kind of neat. The Camaro SS I could definitely live without. And these two I have no desire in picking up. So pretty much I'm done with that series just by grabbing these two. And whenever I see a good casting in one of these, I will never fork out money for a full set just to get one casting out of it, because I know eventually I'm going to find it. And it took a while to find these two, but I did. And there you go. What should we look at from this mainline pile? Just pick out a couple of things to peek at here. Definitely excited about the Mclaren F1. Such a cool car. So this is a new casting for 2021. Again, this was found in P cases. So it's probably found in, you know, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's original to the P case. I'm not 100% sure, of course, but because I never am with this mainline stuff anymore. Really cool. Graphics are nice. You get some details for the headlights and details for the taillights, which is exactly what you want in a mainline Hot Wheel. This is a nice looking mainline. Very, very cool. So they did a great job on that one. Pretty awesome. The 98 Honda Prelude, definitely dig this casting. We'll open that one up. That one's pretty cool too. This is a cool casting too because it does have like the lens details for the headlights, which is part of the window piece. It's a nice touch. I like when they do that. And then again, we get graphics on the back, which makes a nice looking taillight back there and all that stuff. It looks good. So again, a really nice little mainline car. Really, really cool. And then we got this one, an Audi Avant RS2. Little hatchbackish, wagonish sort of thing. Short sportback. I don't know. What do they call that? Sport wagon? It's not like a full wagon. It's not really a hatchback. I don't know. What do you call it? It's cool. It's a nice little casting. And again, we get headlights, nice front grille graphic, and a nice rear graphic. Dare I say, the headlight and taillight graphics on mainline cars are looking better than the premiums these days. Why is that? Because it's a different process. It's a tempo process. Like, I'm looking at these, they're all pretty good. Like, here's another one. So, here's the Ford SVT Lightning. So we'll pop that open. Bulbous looking truck. Cool truck, of course, but definitely dig like the older generation. The squarish. A little bit more, but this is cool. And again, look at that. Very nice detail up front. Sharp tampo work. It really is. You know, these are little dollar cars, and they print down the side. They're pretty good, and like I said, they're sharp. Like, it's a very sharp graphic because it's more of like a stamp, I guess. I don't really know the nerdy bits of how that is created in comparison to the premium. I don't have a premium handy to just open up, otherwise I'd show you. You guys know what I'm talking about. Just look at the premium car culture and stuff like that, and the stuff looks pixelated and stuff like that. It's not that sharp. Totally different process. It's like printed on the car or something. Like a film that's printed over the entire car. That's why they give it full deco, or able to give it full deco. This is a different process. So anyway, it looks cool. And then we got this one. This is a fan favorite casting, the 993 GT2. Not the best version of it that's come out, but I do really enjoy this casting. This is the more like updated version of it without like a full roll cage. This one too has the headlight detail thanks to the window piece, which is always a welcome touch. You know, it's a wide body kit, not an RWB, but big wide body kit on this 993. Pretty sick looking little car. I have I think all the versions of this that have come out. I think. And I have the Golf one. That would be the one that's super expensive to get. I used to have 3 of them, I think, down to 1. Yeah. I think I've got every version of it. I got to be pretty close. I think maybe one mainline, like early mainline color I might be missing. I will have to look into that. All right, and then we got this Mazda Savannah RX7FC 35, or SC3S, no, 35, 89 Mazda. This casting, I think, did it come out last year, I think. What's the copyright date on the bottom? 2019. Yeah, so probably last year's mainline. And it looks good in blue. It's a pretty good looking color for this. I like the wheel choice. I like the blacked out with the chrome lip. I think that looks pretty awesome. So I'm definitely digging that. Well, we got 4 more to go. We might as well just burn through these. Now we're getting through some stuff I don't know why I necessarily even picked it up. See, this doesn't really do much for me. I don't like the way these new Ford Rangers look, to be honest. Just not, I don't know. Just not a huge fan of them. Graphics on the side, so of course you're not going to get, headlights and taillights. I don't know. Not my cup of tea. Same with this one. Really not my cup of tea either. This Bel Air. I mean, it's a novelty. It's a Chevy Bel Air that's like lifted and stuff. It's kind of sort of a fantasy casting, I suppose. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. It's a Hot Wheels. I mean, it personifies Hot Wheels, right? Just a wild idea, and it's executed fairly well. And I'm not going to pick up every version of this casting that comes out. I just won't. This Celica is awesome. Let's take a look at that. 70 Toyota Celica. This casting's been around for a while. It's a cool casting. I like this casting. This one again has your plastic headlights thanks to the window piece. Kind of a cool color. Kaido House. So that's cool too. It's got that on there. And then last but not least, the 2017 Acura NSX. And they did a decent job on this casting too. This casting has been around, I think, since 2017. Possibly even like right before it. And it's a pretty good looking version of the car. And it looks pretty decent in green. You get details up front. Look at that. Very detailed. Very nice. And then details in the back too, which look really good as well. So, really good quality. I gotta say, in these mainline cars, now I have got some screwed up ones before with some really weird looking tampos, but these, I mean, and granted, I did, when I do grab multiples of cars, I'll grab multiples of cars in the store. Since I'm going to, open them up, I definitely take a look at them and make sure there's nothing askew before I, pick them up, because I really want to make sure I do get a good version if I'm only going to pick up one. And so, I'll make sure that the headlights, I'll try to make sure that the headlights, taillights, and stuff like that all look good. So, pretty cool piece. Highlight of the day is probably this guy right here. That's pretty awesome. I'm really stoked to get that in the collection. I mean, I had some awesome stuff this week. I got a ton of Mini GT too that I just got. I'm not showing in this video, but we'll see it next week. So there's that as well. This is a nice trio of cars right here. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, thank you guys for watching another weekly episode. You guys have a great, excellent day, and we'll see you in the next one. Later.